Hi, this is Myra with Boutique Paint. Today we're going to do some mixed media on this little, it's like a phone bag or a small purse. And I picked this up and I thought it would be fun to play with it and see what we might be able to do with it. If you don't know what mixed media it is using several different components of basically crafting. So stamping, I'm going to use one of the little transfers, I'm going to use a stencil, I'm going to use paint, and I'm going to put that all together on top of this. So I'm going to start with Kindest Regards, and I'm going to stamp it, and this is IOD's Stone Gray. And when you're doing this right now, I'm upside down, and I do this a lot. I don't know what it is. I need to make an arrow on the back of this because I keep doing it. So when I flip it this way, so I'm going to go ahead and just stamp this on here. And it doesn't matter if the whole thing is covered or not. You're just trying to add a little bit of background to your piece. And I might not have hit it all when I was inking it. It's all good. And if you've watched any of my videos, you have heard me say this is a have-to stamp just because it is so versatile. It's such a great background piece. And that, see, you can see that I didn't get it all the way there. That's good. That's okay. So next I'm going to take, this is our stencil, and it's Woodland Animals. And I'm going to take this little guy here, and I have already taken our stencil glue and gone all the way around it. And then you let it dry for a few minutes, or you can hit it with a hairdryer, and then you want it to the point where it's sticky. So I'm not going to put this entire thing because he won't fit, right? But that's okay. I don't want him all the way on there. I'm just going to put him kind of like that. And push down. Make sure you have good adhesion. What using the glue does is helps it from keeping the paint from crawling underneath when you're doing this. And there's a lump here, so it's not wanting to stick real well. So we will just hang on to that tight when we get up there, but the rest of it feels like it's sticking pretty well. I need to grab, I'm going to use the new DIY brush. I had to run in and get my brushes. So these are the two brushes that I'm thinking to play with on this. This is the Perfectionist, and this is the Little Dipper. And you're going to say, but that's pointed. Yeah, I'm going to give it a try and see how it does. And I'll do that part with this one, and then we'll do the other one with the other one. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to get a little bit of paint on there, and I'm going to come over here to the side, and I'm going to remove part of it. And then we're just going to pounce. Let's scoot this up a little bit. I'm just curious, so I thought I'd give it a try to use this brush. It's probably, we'll see how it does, you know, because I'm pushing down the bristles. And normally, you know, something like that, it wouldn't matter. So that's why I wanted to experiment with it a little bit. Put that one aside. We're going to grab this guy. Same thing. I'm going to get my leather strap into the paint. These are designed for the smaller paint cans. So you can get in there and get a good amount of paint on there. I just like the size of them. They're nice in my hand. So I like using this little guy. Well, that looks like it's pretty good. And I am using DIY's faded burlap. So you can see here, because this line is thin, it was, I used this brush. It did get a little bit under the stencil. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a, you can use a wet paper towel, but this is a baby wipe. I'm just going to take my fingernail. If you don't have fingernails, you can poke something in there like a toothpick. A toothpick might not work. If you have the blunt end toothpicks, you know, the kind of, they're flat, that would probably work. And I'm just going to go, and because this is DIY paint, until you do a top coat with it, you can continue to manipulate it. So I'm just taking my nail and just kind of making sure that there's a little bit more definition so you can see the legs. And then there was a little bleed through there. So I think I like the flat end brush, but I was just curious to give it a try. But I think I like that one better for doing stenciling. But I thought I'd just give them a try. A lot of times I'll use the foam sponges with the handles and to do some stuff like this. But sometimes we don't have those, so you know, we just need to know how other things would work. All right, that looks pretty cute. So next we're going to, I have a little butterfly that flew away when I went to dry this guy. I want to put him somewhere, maybe up here. I'll put him down, and we're going to grab a stick. There we go. Very nice. Let's see, what else do we want to do here? I have some paint inlays. Would one of these little flowers look adorable on him? Let's see. I'm going to go ahead and cut this and see if that'll work. If not, we might go get another transfer. So I'm going to use a little bit of DIY's Big Top, and I'm just going to lay it down any place I think that that flower will be. So I'm going to go a little bit broader than where I think it's going to be. And then I'm going to set it down. This is DIY's Rose Chintz, and it's a paint inlay. So if you haven't played with that, that's up a little bit further than I thought it was going to be. So I'm going to come up here a little bit further. Make sure. Now, because I already have paint down and it's not sealed, I have to be careful because I don't want to remove any of that paint. So what I'm going to do this time is I'm going to take a paper towel, and I'm going to take my spritz bottle, and I'm just going to go on the outside with it gently. I can see right there that I did not get any medium or the Big Top, so I'm going to go over here a little bit. Normally you would spray this, just spray it with the water bottle. I don't want to get the rest of the paint wet. I could probably do it very carefully, you know, just kind of lifting it. I just don't want to, I just want to be careful. So I'm just taking a paper towel and getting that wet. So we have to let this dry. I'm just gonna sop up some of that big top at the corner of my paper towel. So now we gotta let that dry so that we can wet it down again and peel it up and see what we ended up with. So I'm gonna spray this with the water very carefully. Soak up the water. So let's see. Oh, I'm liking it. I'm liking it. So when you're finished with the entire project and you got it where you want to, you'll want to spray the whole thing. Or you can just spray the areas here and here like I was talking about, and then you could wax it. You could use, I could use the liquid patina over the whole thing. But you do want to seal it, and that way it will last longer and it will help to protect. So I would just put some tape probably over this and the zipper. Some of the, I don't have blue tape, but I have yellow tape, and I would just put it over it before I spray. Take it outside and spray. If you don't like, you know, if you only have like satin, or it means like high gloss spray, you can spray it and then you can go back over it with a top coat after that and take down the sheen. So you could take like a satin or a flat and take down the sheen. The idea is that you're just sealing these before you do anything else. So that's how I'd probably put a little bit more tape on that, and then it would be ready for spraying. So I did take it outside and I sprayed it in the particular can that I grabbed, which I didn't look at, is gloss. But actually, I don't mind it. You can kind of see it's got a little bit of a sheen, but it kind of adds to it. So I don't mind that so much. It's stinky. Usually I'll leave that outside because I don't want to smell it. So if you have a protected area, just take it outside on a piece of cardboard or a piece of newspaper, spray it real quick, and that can be it. If you want to go in there and add some decrepit dust and some wax, by all means, have at it. But that is our project. Thank you so much for joining me. If you have any questions, you can go to our website at www.boutiquepaint.com, or you can leave it in the comments below. Thanks. Bye.